Hey, what's up YouTube? I am back with another Microtech unboxing. This one is really cool. I'm sure you've seen by the thumbnail that this one is kind of unique, and it's the first one I've ever seen in person, so I decided I had to pick it up. And that is the Ultratech, one of my dog's puppy's hairs, Ultratech double-edged Tri-Grips SL, which stands for Sith Lord, and the red standard finish. So let's get this bad boy opened up. And for all you Star Wars fans, you guys are probably going to really get a kick out of this one. There it is. Comes in a pouch. All the Microtechs. Caution the sharp edge. Set this stuff to the side. Sorry, always hard to do this behind the camera. Get that out of the way. And there it is. Has the that new tri-grip not engraving, kind of CNC machining, I guess you'd say, where that's all cut out on the aluminum scales, and kind of ringed looking hardware. I don't think a lot of the other Ultratechs have that. I think that's actually special to this one, and as well as the kind of ringed glass breaker. Sorry. And then on this side, you've got your serial number, mine 6229, the date of birth, this is from the most recent run here in December of 2021. It's now January of 2022. And then the SL for the Sith Lord, and then the Microtech logo. It's got that really cool kind of X-looking button. And then this is the coolest part of this knife. Yeah, super sweet looking. That red, and I believe, guys, that's a Cerakote finish. I'm like 99.9%. I think that's a Cerakote finish. It sure looks like one. I actually forgot before I did this video to make sure, but I think that is what that is. That's what I've been told, at least. And they don't mark what the blade steel is, but from online, it seemed that people were saying this was L-Max. I'm not sure if that's still the case. I know that Microtech, a lot of times, they'll use L-Max, M390, 204P. Those are the kind of the three steels, and it seems as though kind of the knives get whatever they, I guess, have in stock, or they have in the moment. They probably buy it in bulk, obviously, and then kind of switch it out. So all of those they do a great job on, in my opinion, and from the test videos that I've seen, they do really good heat treatments on their steels, so they all perform really, really well. So anyways, it's a cool configuration. It's kind of one of the limited, like this is a signature series. It says on the box, I don't think I pointed that out, but yeah, signature series, which I don't think it really means anything special as far as, you know, how they make the knife. I don't know if it's assembled with any better quality or anything. I think it's just kind of a smaller batch is what that signature series means, not one of their standard runs that they produce all the time. So this one specifically, they most of the videos and the stuff that I've seen, the first time this came out, I think, was in 2016, and I honestly don't know how many batches they've made since then, or if they haven't. You know, I mean, almost all the YouTube videos that I came across were from 2016, and not really any recent ones. So I don't know if they've made them in between now and then. I know they've got they've got the Jedi Knight, the Jedi Master. So the Jedi Master has a green blade, and I think it's UTX-85. The Jedi Knight has a blue blade, and I think that's an Ultratech. And of course, they've got the Bounty Hunter, which is awesome. I really want to find one of those with a Hellhound blade. So if anybody has one for sale and is watching this video, hit me up. I've been looking for something, any kind of Hellhound blade really, but the Bounty Hunter would just be awesome. It's that kind of Boba Fetted out version. And then they've got that comes in, you know, all the different configurations. All, like, you know, use EX70, 85, Ultratech, Trudon, Combat Trudon. So then they've got the Stormtrooper. I believe that's an Ultratech. And then they've got all of those different versions in the Exo set, which is that little kind of card holder, awkward little thing. California legal, I think. So their Star Wars series is kind of cool. They don't really specifically put anything really Star Warsy on them. I'm guessing it's kind of interesting that they can even get away with doing Star Wars stuff. Like this one just says SL for Sith Lord, so they're not putting, you know, Kylo Ren or something on it. So I think that there's some ways that they can kind of get around it to pay homage to the Star Wars Disney, characters without having to pay some, fees to use those names specifically. So kind of clever way of doing it, I guess. And you could argue it's just happens to be color configurations that match those characters, So I'm no lawyer, so I don't know how that works, but that makes sense to me. But so as far as this knife, and I've got a lot of Microtechs, and you guys have seen a lot of them. The main thing that I really like about this one, to be honest with you, I mean, it's cool that it's Star Wars. I didn't really get it specifically because it's a Star Wars thing, although I do like Star Wars. I got it primarily because of the red blade just looks cool, for one. And I just like this tri-grip. It's something that you wouldn't think that would make as big of a difference, but and in the hand, I mean, it definitely is very grippy. It gives you a much better purchase on the knife than my other really slick Microtechs do, and even like my Troodon and Combat Troodon that has kind of the ridges milled into it. This tri-grip, the way it's designed, it really is grippy, but it's not uncomfortable. It's not sharp. Everything's very rounded off, and it just is comfortable. I think it's really, really aesthetically pleasing. I think it's a great looking design and unique. And the ringed hardware, I call it ringed. It's just kind of whenever it's a black piece of hardware and then they've kind of, milled a part of it to show the bare steel. I think that's the correct terminology. It looks really, really good. So just the whole package is cool. I think maybe, obviously, if I could have gotten this in a Hellhound blade with the red Cerakote, that would have been better. Double edges, I find them useful for opening envelopes and packages, which is a lot of what I spend my time using my knives for, as I'm guessing most of us do. I don't hard use, I'm not outside batoning with this thing or anything like that, but I think I would have preferred maybe a Tonto edge or like a Hellhound blade. I think that would have been a little bit more useful, but the double edge is really, really cool. And obviously, if you want it to resemble kind of a lightsaber, then that's kind of the way you'd want to go. But overall, it's just a cool knife, guys. And these are pretty affordable. They don't seem to cost any more than a regular Ultratech. This one was like, I think, $345, which is MSRP. So that's what you're going to find them out in the wild for, if you still can find them. Most of the places I've went have sold, they're all sold out, and I think they sell out pretty quick when they drop. So not any more expensive than a standard, but you're getting the Cerakote finish, you're getting that tri-grip, the ringed hardware, lower serial number, obviously, because they don't make as many of them. So if you can find them, it's cool, guys. I really, really like mine. I don't think there's a lot more to say. You guys all know Ultratechs. It's a pretty, it's their most basic knife. They kind of go down from here. Like the 85 is 85% the size of an Ultratech. The UTX 70, 70% the size, and so on. And then they've got the Troodon and Combat Troodon, which are completely different styles. But the Ultratech is kind of the OG. I find it to be very comfortable in pocket. It's not crazy thick. It's got that deep carry pocket clip that I like. Works really, really well. I think really good for retention. And you don't have a ton of stuff sticking out of your pocket. I find most of the time it's about that much. We just got that glass breaker. So really cool knife, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing and liking these videos. I really appreciate it. I do this just for fun, and I just feel like it's fun. I like watching YouTube videos and showing, looking at other people's cool stuff, and so I thought it'd be fun just to show mine and see if you enjoyed, or maybe are thinking about making the same purchase. I'm almost up to, I think, 400 subscribers. I think like 385 or something like that. And I think either at, I'm thinking maybe 500 or 1,000. I can't decide, doing a giveaway of some kind. I'm not sure how I'm going to set that up yet. I've just never done it before, but I think it'd be fun to celebrate that and let you guys know how much I appreciate you subscribing and the comments that you leave and things like that. I really do appreciate it, and it motivates me to make more videos. So I'll be thinking about that. In the meantime, just like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted. And I've got a lot more cool unboxings coming, as always, so stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.